Welcome. I'm Virgil. This is a space where I teach you about philosophy, philosophy related content, and how to implement philosophy into the modern life. So, today I'm going to start the series with this book right here, which is Letters from a Stoic, written by Seneca. I'm going to tell you about Seneca, a little background of Seneca, and the main topic we will talk about is Seneca and the philosophy he taught and practiced in his own life. So let's start. As my content is mostly related to philosophy, I will try to not go deep into the history of Seneca's life, but I will still give you a little description of how the Seneca's life was shaped and what major events happened in Seneca's life. So first let's start with Seneca's full name. Seneca's full name was Lucius Annius Seneca. He is also known as Seneca the Younger. He was born in 4 BC in Cordoba, Spain. He spent most of his early life in Egypt with his aunt. He became a leading speaker in the Senate when Caligula became the third emperor in 37 AD. He was exiled to the island of Corsica in 41 AD by Emperor Claudius' third wife Messalina. During his exile, he suffered very severe loss, the loss of his father, his first wife, and his son. He was then recalled by Claudius' fourth wife, Agrippina, to teach her son Nero and enhance his credibility. The period was good, certain events takes place, then he was forced of retirement. Then finally he was asked to commit suicide, which was the method of imperial execution at that time. So this was the brief description or the brief history of Seneca's life. But now let's move on to Seneca's philosophy. So what philosophy did Seneca practiced or teach? The short answer is Stoicism. But before going to the main topic, I'm going to give a little note or a disclaimer about the video or about the things I'm going to teach is that whatever I am teaching is not being added by me, or I'm not adding anything in this video. All the material, all the definitions are from this book, and I'm just rephrasing or making it simple for you. Stoicism was founded by Zeno of Citium in around 300 BC. He used to teach Stoicism in Athens, which is now the capital of Greece in the modern world. As a moral creed, Stoicism is based on various different working beliefs. To understand Stoicism, we need to understand the view of the Stoics, who gave their opinions on different various logical, ethical, or cosmological questions. The Stoics saw the world as a single great community in which all men are brothers and is ruled by a single supreme providence known as God. According to the Stoics, there are two main things that are important. First, you must live according to the nature. As second, a man should surrender himself completely and uncomplainingly to whatever the fate may send him. So what that means is, first, to live according to the nature means you should live on basic necessities like simple food, simple water, simple shelter. That's it. You should not indulge in something extravagant in which you may lose your soul. And second, whatever you should surrender yourself to the fate means that you should not think ahead of the future or the past. You should be aware and present in this world and should not think or worry about the future. You should completely surrender yourself to the fate and believe in yourself rather than worrying about the future that have anything in the store. According to the Stoics, this was the main key frame for achieving happiness and peace in this world. Their view, or the viewpoint, was that in order to gain happiness or peace, you should eliminate all the unnecessary things that are present in this world and just simply live on the basic necessities as much as you can. So there are mainly four qualities or attributes that every Stoic must possess. First is wisdom, second, courage, third, self control, and fourth, justice. So by obtaining these qualities, even a slave can become free, according to the Stoics. It doesn't matter if you are a slave or a king. The ability to become free, to free your mind from the world, from the world's issues, is under the palm of your own hand. So the main duties of the Stoics are courage and endurance, self-control, self-reliance, upright conduct, and just dealing, and living a simple life. What that means is you need to live a simple life with full of courage, and you should be able to remove all the unnecessary things in your life, to just have the courage to live a simple life. It also means to live without extravagance, spending too much money or unnecessary things to please unnecessary people in your life, to live by the rule of justice, to do good with good and to do bad with bad. This was the main goal of the Stoics. The Stoic believed that everyone is same in the eyes of nature, and even the governors, the emperors, are allowed to be criticized. So what that means is even a slave can criticize emperors. The way they rule or the way they treat their citizens can be criticized according to the Stoics. Nature does not discriminate members, or the god doesn't discriminate his people. Even though Stoicism is widely accepted in the modern world, back then Stoicism in the ancient history or ancient world was a forbidden idea or philosophy for the masses. People felt something unnatural or fake. It was something out of a fictional story. The ideal figure portrayed by the Stoic philosopher was something very perfect, in a way that it was not humanly possible to become something like that. It was actually due to the lack of explanation of gradual self improvement. By that thing, I mean that to become Stoic, you need to develop a daily habit of becoming better by each day. You need to become better each day and should implement self improvement in your life. You need to be patient. It will take a lot of time, and most Stoic philosophers didn't explain this in a very good way back then. So this philosophical idea was really not taken very seriously at that time, but now in this modern world, it is now being perfectly explained to all of us now. According to the modern researchers or the modern writers, Seneca was the one who is known to humanized and spiritualized Stoicism. Seneca always believed that philosophy is the cure for the mind and for the soul, and it brings peace and order to the minds of the people. In most of his letter, he referred to philosophy as his mistress, and mostly he refers to philosophy as her, as a female figure. According to Seneca, in most of his letters, is that you will learn that he praises philosophy a lot, and he thinks that philosophy is the key to the happiness of the world, especially Stoicism. So this was all for today's video. I will try to make these kinds of videos in the future as well. So please leave a comment or a suggestion if you like. I will be reading all the comments or suggestion in the video, and will try to make a separate video on those topics as well. So thank you very much for your kind attention.